Bafana Bafana managed to leave the Africa Cup of Nations only 4 years after readmission to international football. But since that historic achievement, it has been downhill for South Africa. Bafana Bafana were ranked in the top 20 in the FIFA World Rankings in the late 1990s, which saw them qualify for their first ever FIFA World Cup in France. South Africa also managed to qualify for the 2002 World Cup in Korea and Japan 4 years later, but since then it has been a major struggle for Bafana to qualify for major international football events.
Whenever we celebrate 25 years, it's happy that I'm still around 25 years later and the team's still around 25 years, but very sad that we haven't had success in 25 years on the African continent and the world stage. So, but you must celebrate it. You can't not celebrate milestones. It's important that we remind the new generation about the success.
Tovey says the current team should give it a last push to qualify for next year's World Cup in Qatar. Since the 2002 World Cup, Bafana Bafana have missed 3 World Cups and only featured in the 2010 edition as hosts.
It's a very, very important week for Bafana Bafana this week in their qualification for the World Cup. They've got to do the job against Zimbabwe and Ghana. And we wish them the best of luck, and they must go out there and achieve and believe in themselves, because they can do it. They have a crop of players that have progressed through a number of competitions, major competitions in their years. They're a young group that have progressed from the Under-17 World Cup, 2 Under-20 World Cups, 2 back-to-back Olympic qualification processes. So they've got all that experience of major competitions to look back on.
The president of the South African Masters and Legends Football Association has welcomed the celebration of South African football legends while they are still alive.
And this is not a once-off. It's a celebration. You know, we've planned it for 1 year, but we want to celebrate as long as we can. And unfortunately, of that generation, as I said earlier on, that we have lost 3 crucial members of that team. We lost the vice captain, Sizwe Mutaung. We lost the inspirational John Shoes Mosweu. We lost the vice president of this organization that I'm leading, Philemon Chipa Raul Masinga.
The John Shoes Mosweu Foundation will be the first beneficiary of the initiatives planned by the Legends Football Association between now and next year. Mosweu, who passed away aged 49 in 2015, was an important member of the 1996 AFCON winning squad.
Our mission, we are headed to a call of mentoring, coaching, counseling, empowering and upskilling boys in South Africa to be distinguished future leaders who would be able to change the game. Siyakhala namhlanje about gender-based violence, and we see that the stats are quite high in terms of male being the perpetrators.
Various events have already been lined up to raise the much-needed funds for former footballers. This will be done in the form of gala dinners, golf days and coaching clinics throughout the country to help assist former players who are struggling to make ends meet. Sfiso Ramara, SABC News, Johannesburg.